Time to get your collar pressed. Time to get yourself all dressed. Time to get your shiny dance shoes on, 'cause everybody's jumping at JAX. All the kids are coming down just to dig the swinging sound. You can hear the band from miles away, 'cause everybody's jumping at JAX.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name's Terence Love. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX. We got a wonderful show tonight, and I want to welcome you all to our live streaming stage, our outdoor socially distant bistro. How do you like that? Let's hear it for that. It's set up really nice, and everybody's happy and healthy, and the food is great, the drinks are great, and the entertainment's going to be fantastic. For those of you who are not here tonight, you can catch us on our live stream at facebook.com/Campus JAX or JAX Hideaway. And I want to let you know that also there, for those of you who are watching this through the stream, if you want to help a little out, you can go to steamersjax.com and donate at our tip jar. We've got a lot of great shows coming up here. I'll let you know a little bit about what's coming up Sunday before I bring this band on right now. Sunday we do our live streaming show, Tony and I, Mr. Tony Guerrero over there. He's my partner in crime, who I'm letting on the stage here for another responsibility tonight, but he'll be there. We're going to have from K-Jazz, Jose Rizzo. Jose from the Latin jazz on the Latin side, and he's got a new album with Mongo Rama coming out. We're going to be interviewing him. We have Stacy Griesbach, a wonderful jazz vocalist, new to the scene. She's doing. She just did a tribute, a Latin or a jazz-inspired tribute to Patsy Cline. So for those of you who know, it's going to be really cool. We're going to have her on there. And then Ron Kobayashi, and he's going to be here next Thursday with Debbie Ebert on vocals. It's going to be a great show. But tonight we're going here, and we have this incredible group, as usual, starting off with Mr. Peter Buck on drums. Peter Buck on drums. Mahesh Balasooriya on the piano. And sporting a very, very cool mask there. I like that, man. Did I say Edmund Velasco on tenor sax? Or Edmund Velasco? I know. David Miller on bass. David Miller. In a beautiful ensemble of coat and tie, gray and burgundy, or whatever that is. Crit undress. Tony Guerrero. Trumpet, flugelhorn, scotch or whiskey or whatever the heck it is. Chris Williams, folks. Chris Williams there. Enjoy the show, the Chris Williams Sextet.
Put your rubbers on your feet. Comes a soul song. You can get a little heat. Comes the love. Nothing can be done. Comes a fire. Well, you know just what to do. Blow a tire. You can buy another shoe. Comes love. Nothing can be done. You'll start sliding when your heart turns on the juice. Comes a headache, you could lose that in a day. Comes a toothache, see your doctor right away. Comes love, nothing can be done. Come on, Edmund. Put your rubbers on your feet. Comes a snowstorm, you can get a little heat. Comes love, nothing can be done. Oh, comes a fire, well, you know just what to do. I'll blow a tire, you can buy another shoe. Comes love, nothing can be done. Oh, don't try hiding, 'cause there isn't any use. You'll start sliding when your heart turns on that juice. Comes a nightmare, oh, you could always stay awake. Comes depression, you might get another break. Comes love, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. Yep. Thank you. I'm so glad that you are here. We're outside. Can you believe this? Did you think that we would ever get back outside ever again? Maybe, maybe not. Let's just enjoy it tonight, right? We're going to get right into the music, but I can't tell you how happy I am to be here with you here at Campus JAX. If you're watching online, wherever you are, I'm so glad that we're excited. This is the first time I've played in 2020. It's not, but, you know, it's close. Times have changed, and we've often rewound the clock since the Puritans got a shock when they landed on Plymouth Rock. If today any shock, they should try to stand. Instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would land on there. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking. Now, heaven knows, anything goes. Good authors, too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. The world's gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today, when most guys today that women prize today are just a silly gigolos. Also, though I'm not a great romancer, I know what you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. You got some tones? Come on in. I know what you're gonna answer when I propose. Anything goes. Anything goes. I say anything goes. Anything goes. Big round of applause, yeah, for Tony Guerrero. Yeah. I had so much fun picking songs, and it's amazing how many of the songs have different connotations now after 2020, you know? That song was written back almost 100 years ago by Cole Porter, and fascinating how much it applies to today. This one, I don't know how this one will work in 2020, but this one's called Witchcraft. I hope you like it. By the way, after being locked up for months, I'm so excited to have David Miller on the gig tonight. Me and David had a 5-6 night a week steady for almost 3 years. Realized today that started 15 years ago, which is crazy, man. Right. Her fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare. And I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good does common sense for it do? Yeah, Davey. It's witchcraft. Wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, oh, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes, indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch. I'm being very careful to use the W. There's no sweeter witch than you. it's witchcraft. Wicked witchcraft. Although I know it's strictly taboo. When you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes, indeed to me. I proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch. 'Cause there is no sweeter witch than you. No sweeter witch than you. No sweeter witch than you. Thank you very much. Yeah, David Miller, man. So back now, gosh, it was a while ago. It was like 13 years ago. I won Best Latin Artist in Orange County. I know, which is interesting because I'm Italian from Canada originally, so we don't know how that happened. And then Mahesh beat me because, well, see, what happened was I got up to accept the award, and then I didn't accept the award in Spanish, and everyone went, I think we gave it to the wrong guy. But then Mahesh said to me, he goes, well, I can do you one better. I have Latin Grammy Album of the Year hanging in my house. And Mahesh, how many words in Spanish do you speak? 0. Just a couple. You, after that, after the Latin Grammy Album of the Year was hanging on your wall, you got, yeah. So there you go. So this one is another Cole Porter one. And I didn't mean for this to be about, things, but this one's called I've Got You Under My Skin. Actually, a little faster. Come on, if that don't excite you, you got under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I try so not to give in. I said to myself, self, this affair never will go so well. Why should I try to resist when I know so well that I've got you under my skin? I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of the warning voice, comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Come on, Tony. have got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, self, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats 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 in my ear. Don't you know that a fool you never can win? Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time that I do, the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. Because I've got you under my skin, and I really like you under my skin. I've got you under my skin. That's so nice though, right? I've got you. Doesn't it feel good to be outside, right? You know, in the fresh air, some live music. Oh man, I've got you under my skin.
How you doing, folks? Terence loves Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX here, and that was Chris Williams doing a little great Frank Sinatra stuff. I want to remind you what's coming up this Sunday. A great show on our normal Steamers variety show, 6 o'clock Pacific time. We're streaming it all over the world. We have from Los Angeles K-Jazz radio station, our one and only jazz station, Jose Rizzo from Jazz on the Latin Side. He's also a Grammy Award nominated band leader, and he'll be here interviewing. He's been at K-Jazz for 30 years now, and we're honored to have him. He's a good friend of mine, played at Steamers many times with his groups. Also introducing someone new to us at Steamers, Stacy Griesbach. And she's released an album which is an interpretation, jazz interpretation of Patsy Cline's work, and she's also done a lot of transcribing of Ella Fitzgerald stuff, and new to me, and but really excited about it. And there's also a family story in there. You know, she worked at Sony Pictures Entertainment with my son, Daniel. So it's a small world, and we're happy to bring her into our world here at Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX. Also a favorite for many years, winner of the Orange County Music Award, Ron Kobayashi will be here, and we'll be doing an interview of him, and he's going to play a few songs, etc. And looking forward to that. That's 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock Pacific time, right here at facebook.com/Campus JAX or /JAX Hideaway. We're going to be going back to Chris Williams right now, but if you want to help us out a little bit, go to steamersjax.com and donate. There's a tip jar, a virtual tip jar.
Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum. Eliminate sad down to the minimum. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah and the whale, Noah and the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? They said you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mind the plane going overhead. Got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring sad way, way down to the minimum. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In between. Let me illustrate my last remark. Jonah and the whale, oh, Noah and the ark. What did they do when everything looked so dark? They said you gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative and don't mess with Mr. In between. I don't mess with Mr. In between. I said don't mess with Mr. In Thank you very much. All right, you know, I was informed we need not informed. It was impressed upon me, sort of, that we should do more like the swing music, you know, and it was from my dad. If you don't recognize my dad, he's the guy who looks kind of like the Invisible Man over there. And if you're watching at home, my dad, well, he looks like the Invisible Man. He's not wearing any clothes, so you can't see him, but that's probably what's going on. So my dad asked if we would do, you know, like a straight ahead song. Well, we got a couple, but he also asked if we'd do one that we scat on, and I didn't really want to scat by myself. So here's what I'd like for you to do. If you're watching at home, you can write this down. If you're here with us tonight, I'm glad. Most of you look beautiful. Some of you got into the, you know, the hairdressers that were open this weekend. So, sing along with me if you would. The words are do-ah, 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 do-ah. Starts out with some brushes by, I'm telling you, I got so excited when I found out Peter Buck was with us on the drums. I've seen Peter, of course, with Barbara Morrison, and been looked up to Peter for a long time. So this one's, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. A thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wah, 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 do-wah. It don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing. Do-wah, 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 do-wah. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Swing that thing, give it everything you got. Are you gonna try it? It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Come on. Do-wah, 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 do-wah. Let's try it again. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. You get it? Do-wah, 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 do-wah. It don't mean a thing. All you got to do is try to sing. Do-wah, 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 do-wah. Oh, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Swing that thing, give it everything you have got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-wah, 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 do-wah. Let's see the COVID practice. Come on. Yeah! During quarantine, that was great. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. It don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing. Come on, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Swing that thing, give it every little thing you've got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. So I'm going to give you a brief history of Brazilian music. As few sentences as I can. The entire history of the entire music of Brazil. So in Brazil, it's my understanding they have the carnival, and there's villages that practice all year long to play in the carnival parades. And they have these giant drums that translate to the deaf drums. That's how loud they are when they just... And basically every year it was who could play the loudest and who could play the fastest. So they would go to play the samba, and this year our village had 400 of the Sudu drums, and then just bigger and bigger and louder and faster, and everybody louder, faster, like the plane right there. I love it. It's kind of cool. And, which is incredible. But at a certain point in the 1960s, there was a revolution. It was a musical revolution. And it's one of my favorite musical revolutions in all of history. I know there's a lot. Because all of a sudden they said, you know what, I'm not going to try to play louder and faster. I'm going to try to play quieter, slower. And they called the rhythm the bossa nova new beat, but it's just a really slow, quiet samba, kind of. Way oversimplified. We're going to do one for you now by the father of the bossa nova, Antonio Carlos Jobim. And this one was appropriate for the social distancing. I don't know where you're watching right now. I'm glad that you're here. If you're here, maybe you're across the country in the United States, Canada, all over the world. But the English words to this one were written after a sonnet by William Shakespeare. And the sonnet said, when in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, troubled deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him, like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art, that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet, with these thoughts, myself almost despising, happily I think on thee. And then my state like to the lark at break of day, arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings. And then I scorn to change my state with kings. Flying over. I don't know if those are coming through on the mic. That sounds cool. In my loneliness, when you're gone and I'm all by myself, I need your caress. I just think on you, and the thought of you holding me near makes my loneliness soon disappear. When you're far away, I have only to close my eyes. You are here to stay. I just close my eyes, and the loneliness missing you brings soon is gone. This heart of mine sings, oh yes, I love you so. And that to me is all I need to know. I will wait for you till the sun falls from the sky. For what else can I do? I meditating how sweet life will be when you come back to me. Oh yes, I love you so, and that to me is all I need to know. I will wait for you until the sun falls from the sky. What else? What else? What else could I do? I will wait for you, meditating how sweet life will be, meditating how sweet life will be, meditating how sweet life will be when you come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Time if you're here, yep. If you're watching at home, glad you're enjoying. I wrote this next one, and this one's called Fantastically Yours. It's the one that my mom to the doctor the other day, and she texts and she goes, "I'm at the dentist's office now. They're pulling a tooth." So the two of them I've been their charge nurse for a while now. It's wonderful. I told them I was going to get a whiteboard with the cool, like the happy faces and like sign it. And how do you feel today? You know? I'm pretty glad that they're here though tonight. I did write this one, and it took me a while to want to perform songs that I had written, you know? I'd been to so many things, and somebody would stand up and go, "Oh, this is one I wrote." And I was like, this is a good time to go use the restroom. But then I realized that I really had something to say, that I felt like I had my own voice, and I've really enjoyed writing lately, and I hope that you like it. If you've never heard this one's called Fantastically Yours. Like thick shuffle, Peter. Right? 1, 2, hop. To learn your name. The moment that I met, I knew I'd never be the same. I knew I had to hold you, I knew it would be good. I thought I had to kiss you, I thought I never would. I knew that I was different, and I knew that it was you to blame. And it changed my life so drastically. My world is so fantastically yours. Yeah. To the sunlight in my day. You got my world a spinning, do the crazy things you had to say. You knew that I was broken, so now you made me whole. I thought that you were joking when you said it was your goal. If you wanted, I could grab the moon and bring it to you right away. 'Cause it changed wanted, I could grab the moon and bring it to you right away. You changed my life so drastically. My world is so fantastically. Now I can't imagine moments that you might not be around. We never have to argue just to find some common ground. You never have to be afraid or lonely in the night. You never have to wonder, everything will be alright. Come here and let me hold you while my band burns it down, yeah! 'Cause it changed my life so drastically. The world is so fantastically, 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 well, it's haunting me constantly, endlessly, hopelessly, magically, tragically, drastically, fantastically, does it change my life so drastically? My world is so fantastically. That's the original. I was so glad that you liked it. Big round of applause for the thick shuffle on Peter Buck there on the drums, man. That was cool. You know, it's one of the great honors of my life to share the stage with these gentlemen. I get choked up because I missed it so much. Thank you for being here tonight. It is such an honor to have all of these musicians, and I also want to thank Jack here at Campus JAX, and Tim and Terence and Golden and John and everybody that puts on the shows here, because it's needed, don't you think? I think it's essential. We're going to do a song for you that was written by Paul McCartney and John Lennon. It's called Dear Prudence. And it was a few years ago that I found out that the Beatles were in India. And so can you imagine, you're the biggest band in the world. I know, Tony's been there. You don't have to imagine. It was 7? Yeah. And you're the biggest band in the world. You're in India, which is really cool. And there's a whole crew of people. And I think it was it Mia Farrow's sister or something like that? Prudence. And Prudence is with the Beatles in India. And she is so depressed that she will not leave the room. And I know what that's like. Maybe you do. Maybe I'm the only person that can have all kinds of incredible things happening and be really sad anyway, right? So the Beatles sit outside her door and write her this song. And I don't even know if she even came out of the room. But I'll tell you what, you talk about accentuating the positive. That's what the whole song's about. Open
your eyes. You're with the Beatles in India. Hey, Mahesh, play something, whatever you feel. Out of time, whatever. Would you like to hear that? Would you like to see what Mahesh comes up with? Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue. It's beautiful. So are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, won't you open up your eyes? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new skies. The sun is up, it's on the hill. Another day for us to fill. Dear Prudence, won't you open up your eyes? Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? You listen to Edmund Velasco. Say thank you to Tony Guerrero tonight on the trumpet. Mahesh Balasooriya on the piano. also. David Miller. Buck on the drums. Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue. It's beautiful and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Thank you. I think just
Hey folks, Terence loves Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX, and this is Lauren, the manager of Campus JAX here today. She has to show her pretty face because I want you to know that we're still doing in addition to the curbside diner, we have our socially distant bistro here at Campus JAX. The great food that we've always served is still available. We've got the tables set apart. Lauren is making sure everything, along with Jack, that everything is perfectly clean and all that. We're having a great time doing our streamlining. Are they doing another song here? We're doing another song with Chris Williams, so I don't want to stay too long. Catch us on Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Ron Kobayashi will be there. Jose Rizzo from K-Jazz, and Stacy Griesbach, a wonderful new jazz singer to me, is going to be there. Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX. Go to steamersjax.com and donate. Bye, Lauren.
I got you. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So good, so nice, I got you. You got it? I wanna hold you in my arms. Well, I know that I can't do no wrong. When I give you all these charms, well, I know I'll be singing this exact song. I feel good. I knew that I would. I feel good. Ooh, I knew that I would. Now. I sound good. I sound good. I got you. All right, let's trade some. Come on now. Yeah. Sugar and spice. I feel nice
sugar and spice. Oh yeah. So good, so nice. I got you. In my arms, you know that I can do no charm. When I give you all my charms, you know I'll be singing this exact song. I feel good. I hope you do too, huh? I feel good. Ooh, I knew that I would. So good, so good, I got you. Ooh, so good, so good, I got you. So good, so good, I got you.
Folks, let's hear it for Chris Williams. Chris Williams. Boy, I got a short cable. Mahesh Balasooriya. David Miller on bass. Edmund Velasco. Peter Buck on the drums. And my brother, Tony Guerrero on trumpet, flugelhorn, and also my fashion designer. Folks, thank you very much for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. I want to let you know that once again, we'll be doing this next week with the Ron Kobayashi Trio featuring Debbie Ebert on vocals. Great, great group next week. Coming up this Sunday, Tony and I will be doing our show, the Steamers Variety Show at 6 o'clock. On Facebook.com/Campus JAX or JAX Hideaway. We're going to have from K-Jazz, Jose Rizzo from Jazz on the Latin side. We've got Stacy Griechbach, and who else do we have? Ron Kobayashi is going to be there doing a little interview and playing some songs, talking about our upcoming thing. We have, you can go to our virtual tip jar, steamersjax.com, and help us keep streaming this. I want to thank QSC, Markwood Entertainment, John Wynn over there. We've got Jack, who put this all together, Mr. Jack, Jasper. Let's hear it for Jack. Golden in the back, Tim Ellis there, all our wonderful and lovely servers, and all of you for coming out here. We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Please come back again, okay? One more time for the Chris Williams Sextet. By the way, Tony Guerrero has a wonderful antique shop in the Orange Circle, too. Please inquire. A band pick.
A big round of applause for Terence. Yep. All right. Hold on. Get in. Terence, you just got up there and announced that you have a short cable.
Drum, drum.